Enterprise search has always posed a challenge. Too much content, too many silos, not enough context. Now, AI promises to transform the way we search in an enterprise by understanding our intent, not just keywords. I'm Meena. I'm here with Ben Koo, CTO of Box, and we're going to break down enterprise search and why it's important for enterprises. So, Ben, what is enterprise search and how is AI going to help?
So when you do search, just think of like the traditional Google search. And when you type in whatever it is you type in, how often or how do you feel about the fact that or the likelihood of you getting a good answer?
Pretty good. Usually on page one, I'm set.
Yep. So think of an enterprise tool. You could be anything. Like think of something like your email or some messaging system or like your local computer's files or the file system. How often do you feel like you're going to get the results back? Like especially on the first try?
But I can't say that I have very many positive sentiments towards this question, but it's difficult and it usually takes a few tries, a few revisions of the keywords, maybe me thinking where the thing came from, and a lot of my own doing.
I think you're not alone. I saw a stat of a survey where 95% of people will typically get good search on the internet when they're going through and just like asking something on the first try, and it's probably closer to something like 10% when it comes time to enterprise search.
Overall. Oh, wow. That's a huge difference. But wait, isn't searching on the internet harder? Like I would think that would be a harder thing to do and get answers from than in enterprise.
Yeah, I think this is a common misconception. And so there's one huge positive thing that helps internet search systems, which is that everything is public. And meaning that like when you search for something, you're looking at the same sort of universe of things, all the websites that I am or anybody is. So there's like a ton of data available for you about what people want when they type in certain things. This is sometimes I think why you see that like you might type in a word into Google and it's like either did you mean this, but also just find the results for you, even if it actually the word that you typed in was not even in the website that you wanted. They just have learned to make the associations with what people ask for versus and then the results that you get back. And there's a number of really powerful techniques. And this is like, and it is quite a hard problem. And many companies kind of have done really well here. So the challenge with enterprise data is that no two people typically have access to the same data. So for something like Box, you have your own files, you have files that are shared with your team, you have files that are shared with your company. And so when you do a search, you have to first look for only things that people have access to. And there's very few signals like popularity or like common types of queries that then lets the enterprise search system know that when people search for this kind of thing, they want this because it doesn't have all that data associated with you. This is a big part of why enterprise search has sort of doesn't give you the same sort of like good feelings and the same sort of instantaneous results that you're familiar with in the consumer world.
So Ben, how does AI help?
I think it's very exciting for people who have been working on enterprise search for a while because AI gives you a whole series of new techniques. Not only are there techniques like using these like embeddings and this idea of semantic search, which is a whole area that could probably be a whole episode that's very interesting, but actually these days you can do things like agentic search. And you start to see this now with like things like ChatGPT and Gemini and others, where you actually can talk to the AI and ask it, and it will go search the internet for you. And now companies like Box are being able to provide the ability to search your own content using your discussion with the AI. So the benefit here is that instead of just trying to remember words that were in a file name or trying to think of like what terms could I use, you find yourself
keywords, file characteristics.
Exactly. And so you find yourself like talking to these AI agents, and then they will then deduce what kind of words would be helpful and then go help you find the document. I'll ask you, if you wanted to find something in these enterprise search systems, like what would you typically do before AI?
I'd try to remember the file name, probably. I'd try to put in some keywords, try to get all the underscores and dashes right, get results, and I'll try to see if they match what I was intending.
Yeah, you click on them, you read the file, see if that's what you're looking for. If not, try again.
Yeah.
And this is roughly how agentic AI can help is that the AI can basically do this for you. So if you describe what you're looking for, it'll try to look, it'll do its own searches, it will look through the data that you have access to, and then be able to then say, this kind of file is the type of info that you're looking for, and then it'll give you its own version. It's almost like having a professional assistant who would be there just simply to search systems for you to get you the data that you want. So this is the sort of cool new ideas around how AI can not just help things like search systems, but also just be able to interact with you to give you the data that you're looking for in ways that really you couldn't have had before.
Wow. So the TLDR for enterprises tuning in today is AI-powered enterprise search offers a way for intent-driven searches rather than keyword-based searches that we used to have before.
Yeah, it's an exciting time for AI enterprise search.
Great, Ben. Well, if AI can help us find our data faster, I think that would benefit enterprises everywhere. Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of AI Explainer series, and tune in next time for more on AI topics for enterprises.